Welcome back to Rising World. Another beautiful day in the Rising World. We're going to be doing some gardening today. Here we are. In the real world, it is 91 degrees in my neighborhood today. So I am staying inside. I am truly blessed to have central air in my house. And so I am going to be staying indoors, enjoying the cool. I think the house is starting to shape up now. It's starting to look good. It makes a difference if you have some landscaping done. We don't have very much done, but we have some. So as I was saying, I did discover that if I dig a hole and stick the rowan tree down into the hole, you can get two different looking tree bushes. You can get some different levels, which I think is very good. So I'm going to do that again and just dig a couple of holes with my pick before I switch to the F6, which is maybe I'll put one up here, dig a hole up here, and one down here. So you can have a little bit of a difference in level, which I think is good. F6. F6. This is the placement for vegetation. You use F5 for the grass, like that yellow flower grass stuff. That's under F5, but placing bushes like this fern is under F6, and you can only get to it in creative mode. So you have to be in creative mode if you want to take advantage of some of those tools. If you press the I button, that gets you this view where you can easily choose the bush that you want. Now you see here under Rowan 1 and Rowan 2, they are identical. Quite strange that they put both of those in and yet it's the same bush. Yeah, I think it's weird. Now there's a maple. Oh, I guess it's a maple, not an oak, but it looks like an oak to me. It doesn't look like a maple. We have maple trees in my neighborhood. They don't look like this. That looks like an oak tree. But anyway, yeah, so there it is with the moss and no leaves, which is kind of strange. Swamp maple, these swampy moss on it, and then there's another swamp maple without the moss. Now, I will say also that I don't believe there is any such tree called a swamp maple. I'll just put that out there too. No such tree. And there are dead trees that we have to choose from. So that gives you some different looking twigs if you want to put some twigs sticking up in your forest. I do like the acacias. They're nice. We have this one poplar tree that's nice. Lemon, cherry, apple, regular maple. Two different shapes, which is good. Willow, birch. It's kind of a short round birch, a taller birch, and another in-between birch. There's our dead spruce. You know, it might be kind of fun to do like a slope where there was a forest fire and put a bunch of these in. Hey, it happens. don't think we're going to be planting too much of those. These do come in handy, but and then there's some scrub twigs. It's kind of cool. So, yeah. You know, we don't have, could that pass for a bush of some sort? I don't know. Okay, so we're going to go with the rowan. Stick that down in the hole. And what I do is I get right up over the hole and look and point right down at the bottom. And stick it in. So that gives us a short tree or short bush to go with our taller bushes. And I'm going to stick it down in there at the bottom and rotate it a little bit. Stick at the bottom here. Have a quick look. So those are almost the same. I'll stick another one up here. It just makes for a little variety. We'll stick another one. Now I know this is a lot of rowan bushes, but you know, I don't really want a tree here. I just want some bushes. So we have to use what we have. Okay, let's take a look over here. Oh, I have to tell you. In fact, I will show you something funny. There is, bless their hearts, there are some people on the forums who are really smart people, and they're developing plugins for this game. One of them is an object loader so that you can create 3D objects of your own in a 3D program such as Blender or Studio Max or Maya, or one of those pieces of software that allows you to create sculptures and 3D objects like cars and furniture and things. I am not that smart, and I would love to learn to use Blender or one of the other 3D programs, because I am a designer and I have a little bit of background in doing design, although mine is strictly 2D. So I went out, and there are places where you can get free shareware objects. And so I found a really cool chair and couch that I wanted to see if I could put into the game. And I went out and got it, and I loaded up the plug-in, and I stuck it in. And after some help from a couple of the other people on the forum with this object that was going to be just way too big for the game, way too complex, talked me through making it smaller, and I was able to actually insert this object. However, the plugin itself doesn't have a way to delete the object, which I did not know. And I will tack on the end of this episode a picture of what happened. I was goofing around, and in my practice world, I placed the chair, and it looked super cool. And I thought, oh, that's cool. I'll put one in this game. And so I went in and I dropped it in, and I was just playing around. So I put it in the lawn, and it's an indoor chair. And so I thought, oh, that's cool. Now I'll just go put it somewhere else. And so I was trying to figure out how to get rid of it, and I could not figure it out. And I wound up using the pick, and all it did was put a hole under the chair, and I thought, oh my goodness, now I'm going to have a chair in my lawn forever. I can't get rid of it. And it looked really funny. But one of the other wonderful people on the forum, he goes by the name of Minotorius, I think is his name. He was very kind and edited my world database. And luckily I had made a copy of my database. I knew enough to do that. But I didn't do it before I had gotten the chair in there. I wasn't that smart. And so he was able to remove the chair from the database, and I reloaded my world, and everything is okay now. Yeah, I thought I was going to have a beautiful indoor chair in the middle of my lawn out here, which is really not what I was going for. It was funny. Trust me, it was funny. It was not funny, but then funny. Yeah, I thought I had screwed it up permanently. Do I want this here? No, I actually really wanted that Rowan bush here again. I want the bush. Give me the bush. There we go. Another bush. We need another bush right here. Right there. That's good. And maybe one right out here. Yeah, this grass, this tall grass with the flowers, it kind of hides a multitude of sins. So I do like that. I'm going to put a bush down here. I'm just going to put some bushes. I like the bush. I do. All right, but we should probably try some different trees. Maple. Where do we want this? Now, I did say I didn't want to ruin my view with really big trees out here, so I'm going to put this maybe a little down the slope. Like how when you plant the tree, it just makes that little swishy noise, like you just planted a flower. I almost think I need to fly to do this, so I can see more of what I'm doing. That's a big tree. That is a big tree. So how will that look from here? It's okay. Yeah, now see, what I was trying to do here was hide that hump in the lawn, which I'm not crazy about. So there really isn't a line of bushes there in the actual garden, but there is some specimen trees along here, and I am going to put those in. I am going to try not to ruin my view from this aspect. So I want to try to keep at least some of the lake viewable. We'll see how well that goes. I do want to get some different trees in. Not finished. Long, long ways to go. It's getting there. Getting there. That's probably all the time I've got for now. So let me save right here. If it's getting long, I'll wrap it up and pick you up on the next episode. If not, I'll come back and we'll do a little more planting together. But yeah, the garden is going to take some time, so we'll get that done, and then we'll go back in the house and probably work on the great room screen and all of that. So that will be upcoming. Yeah, it's starting to take shape. Let's see what it looks like from way up. Up here, for example, it's a little better because you need that variety, that different kinds of species and nice plantings. The gardens do need work, but I think it's going to work. And then, of course, we need to start on our greenhouse that goes here, conservatory. And then there's kind of an herb garden that goes out here. So plenty to do. All right, let's check the time. And if we're over a half an hour, we'll wrap it up. Time flies, you know. Okay, bye-bye.